Bless you. This is Antione Anderson. Recently, I went on a hike up South Mountain here in Phoenix, Arizona. And as I was climbing the mountain, as I was hiking the mountain, we got to a place where we needed to take a break. We got a little tired. And as I was taking a break, I was out of breath, I was sweating, I was breathing kind of hard. I looked down from where I was standing, and I seen a lot of rocks, I seen a lot of bushes, I seen a lot of things that looked somewhat scary, to be completely honest with you. But as I looked down and I considered everything that I was seeing, I started to get a little afraid. I started to second guess what I was doing. My emotions, my heart started beating fast. Thoughts start racing through my mind. I had my dog with me, so I was like, wow, if we both fall, there's not gonna be any coming back from this. And then I started to stand up. As like I said, my heart started beating kind of fast, and my thoughts were racing. And as I was standing up, I looked out into the distance. And out into the distance, I see this beautiful landscape of Phoenix. And I'm like, wow, that is magnificent. That's beautiful. And right away and immediately, my heart slowed down. My thoughts changed. I started thinking about the view. I started to think about, how far I've been able to come up from the bottom of the mountain. I started to think about, how much more the view is going to be beautiful as I stood on top of the mountain. And it got me to thinking as we kept walking that a lot of times when we are in situations, our perspective can greatly impact our mindset. It can greatly impact what we are experiencing. It can greatly impact the things that are going through our minds and how we feel about a situation. Let me give you an example. There's sometimes that we go through things in life that may be challenging, that we may feel are hard to overcome, that we feel are the worst things in our life in that moment. And depending on how we view those situations, depending on how we view those things, has a great impact how we're going to get through them. Sometimes when we look directly down to a situation, it's easy to see all the bad things. It's easy to see the challenge. It's easy to see how we might not be able to come out on the other side. But when we take a step back and we look, if you will, on the landscape, we can start to see the situation differently. We can start to see, this is a great opportunity for me to grow. We can start to see this is a great opportunity for me to mature, or for my skin to get thick, or this is a great opportunity for me to learn something about myself that I've never discovered. But the reality is, it's all in perspective. It's all in how we're looking at, or better yet, what we're focused on. God promises one thing. He says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Then he goes on to say in Jeremiah 29:11, he says, I know the plans I have for you. And it's not plans to bring harm to you, but it's plans to prosper you and to take you to an expected end. And if I can take some time in my life as I'm going through challenges and remember that, then I will be able to change my perspective. I can look off into the distance and say, you know what? I know this is a challenging situation right now, but God said he has an expected end for me. I know that this situation doesn't seem to be one that I would have readily wanted to endure or go into, but I can trust and believe that what's in the distance is far greater than what's in front of me right now. I have to be willing to trust that what he says is true, that he knows the plans that he has for me, and his plans to prosper me, and plans to bring me to an expected end. I have to learn how to control what I'm focused on. Scripture tells us that we have to take every thought captive. And as my mind wanders, if you will, because it happens to me often, I have to take it captive, I have to bring it back, and I have to change what I am focused on. Because what I'm focused on impacts how I'm feeling, it impacts how I see a situation, and ultimately impacts my behavior. And so again, I didn't move from that one spot. I stayed in the same spot, but simply changed what I was focused on. Joseph says this to his brothers in Genesis 20 and 50, or 50 and 20, excuse me. It says, what you meant for evil, God meant for good, so that many could be saved. And what that means to me is that the experiences that I have in my life, they're not even for me. They've made me a better man. They've made me a better husband to my wife. They've made me a better father to my children. They've made me a better son to my parents. They've made me a better friend. Although the enemy may have sought to use it to destroy me, if I can focus on the reality that God is using these same situations, he's using these same things to prepare me for what he has in front of me, my focus will be different, my mindset will be different, my heart will be different, and I will be more encouraged to move forward. So I just want to encourage you today, whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, try to focus on what God has in store for you. Look out into the landscape. Don't focus on what's right there in front of you. I heard Eric Thomas say this: the only thing that is permanent is change. The situation that you're going through is just that. It's a situation. You don't have to build your house on a bridge. Use that experience that you're going through right now to guide and lead you to where God is taking you. God bless you. This is Antoine Anderson, and I'll speak to you soon.